Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. It's Monday the 9th, September 9th. So I'm here on a portion of the battlefield in Gettysburg that doesn't really get a lot of visitors because it's kind of not where something happened. But this is the memorial to the marker for the 5th Wisconsin Volunteers. And this little cross up on the top, that is the symbol of the Union 6th Corps. So when Joseph Hooker was the commanding general of the Army of the Potomac, he assigned each corps a symbol. So around the battlefield, you'll see these symbols on monuments. Some are diamonds. There's one corps that has a bugle, a square, and I apologize for not remembering each of them, because the Union Corps that were engaged here during the Battle of Gettysburg were the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 11th, and 12th. Those were the corps that were here present at the Battle of Gettysburg. But these guys were from the 6th Corps, and they had marched to this position, which is, and I'll just kind of pan back here, but so these are the monuments to the two other regiments in this brigade that was positioned here. But behind me, that hill right there is actually there. That's the back or the side or whatever you want to say of Round Top. And this road right here, it goes across the road that goes that is running. I'm trying to make my hand move the right direction. Behind me is the Taneytown Pike, but this road crosses Taneytown Pike, and it goes up and ends up in the little saddle between Little Round Top and Round Top. But back this way on July 3rd, 1863 is where Pickett's charge happened. These guys were here when Pickett's charge was going on. This is the back side of the Union lines, and they were positioned here facing this way or south because they were worried about Confederate cavalry getting in their rear and attacking their wagons and their infantry from the back. So this infantry brigade was placed here to prevent that from happening, from Stuart's cavalry from getting in here. And there are even, you can see in the back there's some cannon. Those are actually cannon from the reserve batteries of the Union 5th Corps. So 6th Corps Infantry, Union 5th Corps Artillery was positioned here. So I don't want to talk about a lot of trucking today, but I want to tell you about some friends that need some help. And you might have noticed on the thumbnail for this video, there's a baby. And his name is Bennett, and he has 3 holes in his heart. And his mom is a friend of my daughter's from college, and it's kind of a frustrating story, and it's not a story that I'm unfamiliar with, because when I practiced law, I had a pro bono case years ago where a rabbinical student who had a child, an infant, a newborn, that had several major heart problems, and including transposition of the great arteries. And I remember that the reason I got this case is because his insurance company had denied him coverage. He had gone to Children's National Medical Center like immediately after the child was born, and they said, hey, we cannot do this surgery that your child needs here. And he said, where should I go? And they said, either go to CHOP, which is Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, or go to NYU Weill Medical Center in Manhattan. He ended up going to NYU Weill, or Wheel, I can't remember, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But our friends need to go to CHOP and have this surgery done for Bennett. And I remember this case from years and years ago because another attorney and I worked on it, and it was in an admin law court in Maryland, and we were going up against Blue Cross Blue Shield. or Blue Cross of Maryland or whatever, because they wouldn't pay for the surgery. They said, oh, you're out of network, but there was nobody in network that could do it. And that's the same problem that's facing Bennett's parents. And by the way, his parents are both medical professionals. His dad is a doctor, but because of, you know, only working like part-time, because, you know, his dad only gets like, I don't know, 35 or hours a week. He doesn't have great benefits. And Bennett's mom she's a nurse, but she has benefits. But again, this is out of network and only a portion of it is being covered. And they've been rejected by their carrier to be able to go to CHOP to get this surgery done. But here's the issue. There are only a few hospitals that can operate on a baby that's that small, because Bennett's just coming up on 12 weeks old. And I can tell you from having done the research for the case where I represented the rabbinical student, a baby's heart at that age is about the size of a walnut. So if you look at a walnut that is, you know, just a raw walnut that just came off the tree, that's the size of that baby's heart. And it's about a 12-hour surgery, so it's not something that just one doctor is involved in. I know, again, from having done this case, there will be 3 pediatric cardiothoracic surgeons involved, because they have to put the child on what's called bypass, and they're rushing, really, to get the surgery done. So what they're doing is they're trying to fill in the blanks, fill in the gap that their insurance won't cover. And so what I would love is if everybody that sees this video would go to the GoFundMe that I've put a link in the description, and just give whatever you can. Because here's the thing, this channel has over 3,700 subscribers. If I could get half of those people to just give $5, that would more than meet their goal. And, you know, their goal is not big, but I can tell you that this is an extraordinarily expensive procedure, not covered by, you know, health insurance. And I mean, I could go on a rant about health insurance in this country, but these are people that have good jobs and still don't have good benefits. And it's a travesty, but it's how it is in America in 2024. So if you can help, that would be greatly appreciated. And you know, this really is, I mean, not to be overly dramatic, but this is something that's gonna save Bennett's life. I mean, without the surgery, his prognosis is not great. So anyway, if you can help, I appreciate it. And if you could share this too, just put it, you know, send it out on Facebook, whatever social media you use. Let's use the power of social media to help these folks out and get Bennett, you know, back to good health, and so he can live a long life. And by the way, the child whose parents I represented in the fight with their insurance company, he ended up doing great. And let me see, it's been so long, he is probably just starting college, because it was 18 years ago that I worked on that case. So anyway, a thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos. I'm on home time till tomorrow, but I got some cool stuff to show you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.